Mizzy on Mac. HS on deck, no meds, my S bake off with gap. Yes.
Yo, such one for Bav not reaction of today's video. This one's been very highly requested. I've just been very busy throughout this week. I don't know if you've seen on TikTok, but been out and about, all sorts of things. I was in Birmingham yesterday, just been busy. But today I've got the time. We're finally getting round to Blanco's daily Duppy. I've heard very, very good things about this one. Without any further ado, let's get into this one. It's one that not my city. Yo, can it where it's sticky? Aye.
Starts that pog, but it might be a problem soon as Nunes.
Aye, wait. Aye. Wait. What's going on?
Yo.
Have they sampled Ken? Wait, they sampled Ken Nizzy, and he was on that song as well, so he's already rapped on. Wait. This is sick.
The diamonds dance.
Is that Nathan? Nathan. My guy, fam. My guy, man. This is sick. Fam, you know my intro and outro music? He produced it. Like, what a guy, fam. What a guy. Nah, that's been a good move.
Yo. The diamonds dance that pog, but it might be a problem soon as Nunes strike to throw that dude that hammers on breaking lines of suture.
There was a lot said there might be a problem soonest. You know that meme of Graham Souness? They even used the picture where he's like, oh, but you've got to ask yourself, where's Pogba and all this? Like, it's got nothing to do with him. A lot of references there to footballers. That was just a football scheme. I think you got that one now.
CC and GBP got Moscow CDC.
Huh?
GGP, I'm a dictate, highs and lows, not CBD. Too easy, I'm an A.
Wait, what? Highs and lows, CBD. Obviously, CBD is cannabis, which is in loud, gets you high and low. What's going on?
Nunes strikers throw that dude that hammers on breaking lines of suture.
Cold.
CC and GBP got Moscow CDC.
And then CDC is like a health organization. They're the people that recommended for us to wear masks. We're 20 seconds in and my head's fried.
PM and dictate highs and lows, not CBD.
And then Xi Jinping is the prime minister or president of China, one of the two. He's like the ruler of China pretty much, so brazy. And then, yeah, the mask thing, obviously the virus started in China. I don't know if he meant that reference as well, but a lot of this is linked already. This is crazy.
These artists take that Brazilian beat is free. Caught in a bad day, don't lose breath, just take that civilian plea. Rats on the Blanco shows us full, you don't know that's TMNT. Splinter cells in the condom 76, Joel and Embiid. Wonder loves you, hack this down, go mad, disappear when you pack the star. Like stars on the rock, I'm Patrick Bang, got space on the drive, no sand this out.
This beat is so crazy, because the way it's got the elements of like the drums that he literally just referenced, the Brazilian beat. I don't know if he was referring to this one, but it's like they've made the Kent Nizzy tune into like a modern day Blanco type beat. I say it's Nathan. What a guy, fam. This is very crazy.
Splinter cells in the condom 76, Joel and Embiid. Wonder lunch, you hack this down, go mad, disappear when you pack the star. Like stars on the rock, I'm Patrick Bang, got space on the drive, no sand this out. And the car trying to find this out. Neighbour snitch like Candice now. Bro like Ferb, don't talk like that, but he love when the gadgets out.
Okay.
Turn on my bro, take watches too, he's anti-clockwise. Could be a firearm bladed article, that's a standard lot knife. Smell that petrol burn, he's paranoid, chest pain cover my not side. Cell had holes in the wall, just past that contraband, I want rock climb. Texas rise in the western, now just defect. This call might deflect, better have Donald Ramen's reflex. CB trying to take that wrist, it's red. Lissandro Martinez.
Aye!
White, this life ain't black and white. Benitez. Anyways,
because Benitez used to manage Newcastle. This is so sick. This is so sick. Aye.
Take that wrist, it's red. Lissandro Martinez.
Cold.
It was just white, this life ain't black and white. Benitez.
Cold.
Became no renegade. Of course we dance is trendy. Why you're prisoner teenage years and I turned to a prison attendee. I don't wanna blow this fuse when I wire this kettle. Gently. She's sweet and I'm more than serious. Cool, that's complimentary. Don't know about the story, read the synopsis, shoot her straight by the cockpit. Be cool, we ain't do no speed and catch that Dr. Robotnik. By Killer and Church, just walk down the road, it's opposite London.
Wait, did he say we don't do no speed and catch that Dr. Robotnik? Because obviously he beefed Sonic, who is all about speed.
Know the series cool, that's complimentary. Don't know about the story, read the synopsis, shoot us right by the cockpit. Be cool, we ain't do no speed and catch that Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah, I mean, that looked like Dr. Eggman. I don't know if you got two names, Dr. Robotnik and Dr. Eggman, but that was, at least I know him as Dr. Eggman. But obviously he had beef with Sonic, who's all about speed. This is nuts.
My killer and church just walked down the road, this opposite London's. Strap man, they found on 9 mile, this trap star was toxic. Scorsese,
Codes! Codes! Hey! I shout my boy TS, he put me onto Trap Star Toxic. Codes!
Opposite London's. Strap man, they found on 9 mile, this trap star was toxic.
Yeah.
Scorsese, how I been filming, I do that after hours. Till the taxi driver slowed down, aviated Howard.
I'm guessing these are movies that Martin Scorsese has produced. The schemes in this are so nuts.
Silence the violence departed, blasting in that shower. 10 was the age of innocence, now she's money and power.
That was crazy. That was nuts. I've already given that part a 10. We'll average it out based on what I think of this one.
Glasses see for the lenses large and test and pot that appendix. So in the sky they go apprehended. Blanco with a samurai get death for it. Left wing 018, I'm a left.
This beat! Yo!
Glasses see for the lenses large and test and pot that appendix. So in the sky they go apprehended. Blanco with a samurai get death for it. Left wing 018, I'm a left.
The bass!
Don't put it in raw, who's Nexus? Rats on the block of the pestis, still in the state, not Utah, Texas. Phone them, shoulda got milk it, gun game, letting it spray therapeutic. Britannia crouched and jump out, raining, do it like Tony Pulis.
Cold! Raining, do it like Tony Pulis. Can you do it on a cold, rainy night in Stoke? This is very nuts, man. I can't lie.
And inside like show me the shooters. Grand Slam is the open market, Varted, serve that Fed nice boosters. Bang that Burkamp.
Federer, nah, wait, yo. I'm seeing Burkamp. What's going on? Hold on.
I ain't no Johnny student, and inside like show me the shooters. Grand Slam is the open market, Varted, serve that Fed nice boosters. Time and bang that Burkamp blade, and I rip that skin and sternum. Gang get pressed on the front line, down with a touchline, might say German. Dance with me, Peabody and Sherman, right by.
What did he say about German? Because they look like gegenpressing going on.
Time and bang that Burkamp blade, and I rip that skin and sternum. Gang get pressed on the front line, down with a touchline, might say German.
Can't. Gegenpress obviously is a German word, comes from Klopp's system. He's a German guy. This is, bro. What's going on?
The open market, Varted, serve that Fed nice boosters. Time and bang that Burkamp blade, and I rip that skin and sternum. Gang get pressed on the front line, down with a touchline, might say German. Dance with me, Peabody and Sherman, right by mouth, let me preach the sermon. Mason bills in the table adjacent, pass let me reach the sterling. Sending too many compass, still be stuck in the mud with the swampers. Still with the wolves, but the byline, play that highline, slide and dunk on. Back this public, won't see John, that spur on the wing, that's TG.
He says slide, then dunk on. He's talking about wolves. Fam, this is very crazy. I can't emphasize this enough. This is very crazy.
Mason bills in the table adjacent, pass let me reach the sterling. I've sending too many compass, still be stuck in the mud with the swampers. Still with the wolves, but the byline, play that highline, slide and dunk on. Back this public, won't see John, that spur on the wing, that's TG on Sunday. Brazilian beats, I made it a thing, I'd be mad if my name ain't on there. You and the bitch just talking, true Geordie. Probably sing by the Maury dub when I kiss that trophy, Porgy. Felt like Jesus Christ when they baptized him, you soaked in glory. Snow got Nick trying to get that coke in a London account like Macaulay. New up block, let me buy this map pack, why this?
That was a nasty stray. I can't lie. I didn't know that guy went. I did not know he went to jail. That was a filthy stray. You know the kid from Home Alone? Nasty.
Porgy. Felt like Jesus Christ when they baptized him, you soaked in glory. Snow got Nick trying to get that coke in a London account like Macaulay. New up block, let me buy this map pack, why this kettle, let me show you a flapjack. J's on the two, it's a blackjack, no mainstream, but security bang that. Wanna be a soldier, boy, so badly, you won't survive when they can that. Cold War force deployed in council estates, 84 of a gangster. Smoke the sound like all of the movies, TVs and video games. Just capture on BBC, made a video change. Ran for the past so much that the physio came. Lost too many friends, I don't see the material gains. Initial thoughts on that one there. Yeah, I can't lie.
when it comes to Blanco, I haven't reacted to him all that much. Off the top of my head, not a crazy amount. But obviously I've listened to a lot of his music, obviously, as I grew up in Harlem. Flipping, Call Me a Spartan, his verse was crazy. 300 Men, -10, that's 290. And then obviously on Kenan Where It Started, he had his verse there. Like, he's had a lot of iconic verses. But the song for me that made me clock that, I can't lie, nah, this guy can really rap. Like, obviously everyone was just listening to Harlem back in the day, because like that's what everyone was doing, because they were the coldest. But Blanco's been barring for a while. Go listen to Jason Bourne and you'll clock what I mean. Like, this guy's been making music like this for 7 years, for a while. Even on the No Hook, he had some bars on the No Hook that were like bait. If you go back and listen to it now, like, you'll get them. But Jason Bourne was like a really special song that I only took in a few years later when I grew up, and like I understood that aspect of the music more so of it just sounding good, but actually like being technically good about like what they're saying and how they're saying it, how smart it is. Once I caught that side of music, I took in Blanco a little bit more. Fam, now we're here, and I get why that's on nearly 500k views in 4 days. That was insane. I get why people have been messaging me on Snap to do this. On everywhere where I'm going, people say, fam, do Blanco's nearly Duppy. I'm like, yo, I've been a bit busy, but trust me, it's coming. Now I get it. How many times did I rewind on the first like 20 seconds? Nuts. I can't lie. Very, very nuts. 10 out of 10, both of them. Nathan, you're a G for sampling Kent Nizzy. Not only did you sample it, but you sampled it well and transformed it into its whole new type of thing. Like, it became a new thing from the original source material, which I don't think we've been getting from all these samples that we've been seeing around. So that's a very nice, welcome, fresh air. Because sampling is my favorite aspect of music. I was talking to Mason the other day, the producer, and I was saying how, like, yeah, sampling, like, is the one thing that, like, if I was to get into producing, I imagine that would be the hardest thing. But there's a reason why. Like, if it was easy to do, you'd just be seeing the most trash samples. But it's an art form within itself. Like, there's producing and then there's sampling. Like, I consider it like a denomination of producing. Like, it's its own art form, and when it's done right, like that, you get masterpieces. And it literally leaves the artist with, it's like an open goal. All you've got to do is just tap it in. Just make sure you don't ruin the beat and you're calm. A great example, Humble by Lil Baby. Even Martin Sofa by Heady, a recent one. Home by Heady One. Humble by Lil Baby. Do Not Disturb by Drake. Like, there's loads of songs where like the beat is just so cold. All the artist has to do is not ruin it. And that was a perfect example. But not only did he not ruin it, I don't know what on earth I just heard. That was very crazy. Very crazy. Even if it wasn't on the beat and it was just on a normal, regular beat, that would have still been a 10 out of 10. But the beat just elevated it to incredibly, like, I don't even know the word to use, man. Like, my brain's just too fried. Just glorious levels. He mentioned Jesus in that. Glorious levels is what that beat got ascended to. That's the only phrase I can use. But that was just crazy, man. 10 out of 10 all round. Very, very special. But for now, I've been Sarch14. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. I'll be back again soon.